Hi there, guys, and welcome back to Red Sparks Crypto Blog for all Cardano and crypto related news. Lots to cover today around both the market and Cardano. In fact, this is going to be mostly a Cardano edition, but let's start off with the markets, which have been rather fun this morning. So, as you can see, Bitcoin has recovered a little bit. It's just under 60k. Depending on which exchange you look at, it might even be at 60k. And Cardano has also improved a little bit, just under the $2 mark. Prior, and this sort of just went up in the last 30 minutes or so. Prior to that, I was frantically trying to buy some Coty, which is further down this list, much further down, as that had quite a nice dip to it. But found I couldn't buy it anywhere within within the UK. I tried both Kraken and realized it wasn't on there, and then I tried Coinbase and couldn't find it on there. So I gave up and I panic bought more Cardano just in time to see it start to rise. Let's take a look at the TradingView charts. So there we see the sharp rise for Bitcoin. So this has actually got Bitcoin pegged at around $60,000, and that's on Bitstamp. So that's gone up. And ADA to USD is also sort of recovering somewhat as well. Still not back at the pre-dip levels, but I'll take anything above $2 to be honest. So I'm happy with that. In terms of my overall view of the market, really the question is the Bitcoin bull run over? I think that's the biggest question that everybody would like to know. My gut, which is based on nothing at all, it tells me it's not. It's probably wishful thinking or hopeful thinking. But as a Cardano holder, I'm feeling fairly sanguine about it. So my rationale is if the Bitcoin bull market is not over, then Cardano has got DeFi dApps launching soon, which should do really well in a bull run. And if the bull run is coming to an end, Cardano has got a lot of business and governmental projects in the pipeline, which will also help it a lot during the bull run. So I think either way, I feel fairly comfortable holding Cardano, whatever happens. Okay, moving on to the actual sort of topics for today. The first thing I guess I wanted to say was I've certainly noticed an uptick in the Cardano marketing, both from IOHK's official Twitter arm and also from people like Tim Harrison and others within IOHK. I'm finding now that there's much more content being produced on a regular basis. So if you just look at the IOHK blog in the last couple of days, October 27th was that article. Let's scroll down. October 27th for that one, 26th. So you'll just see there's almost on a daily basis, there's new articles being produced. There's October 25th, 22nd, and that's definitely a step up to where we were, 6 months back. And it's in keeping with what Charles has previously said, in that they don't really want to start marketing until Cardano is smart contract capable, and then they want to start shouting about all the great things that are going on. So fair play to that. It's great to see all these items coming out, and it's really some of these that I want to go through today. The first post I want to discuss is this one here. The Ouroboros Chronos provides the first high resilience cryptographic time source based on blockchain technology. So when it comes to blockchain systems, the idea, especially in a proof of stake system, the idea of a centralized time that everybody agrees upon is very critical. So for Cardano, the fact that you've got all these different stake pools, they're all operating on a time basis for every epoch, every minute, and things like that. And if these stake pools are can't agree on the time, they have different time settings, then it can cause security issues within the blockchain, and it could also cause the blockchain to fail. So timekeeping is very important. And currently within Cardano, time is managed centrally by a clock, a sort of computer system giving out time within IOHK. So IOHK are the timekeepers. And I've seen this being criticized before by people like about 6 to 8 months back about Cardano not being centralized, not being decentralized because they've got this centralized clock in there. And Charles has always said that they're doing research on this and that they are going to be introducing a decentralized clock in the future. And so this was very interesting as this is the research that supports that. And just reading through, it enables joining parties, even if upon joining their local time is off by an arbitrary amount, to quickly calibrate their local clocks so they all show approximately the same time. So that's where if you've got different stake pools talking to each other, that they can all communicate with each other and agree on the same time. And then that time should propagate itself throughout the network. Now, I'm not an expert on this. I've only skimmed through this research paper, so I can't give you the exact details of how it works. But it's definitely an important development in making Cardano fully decentralized in every sense of the word. And as the paper itself says, somewhere down here, if I can find it, we present the first provably secure approach to global clock synchronization in the dynamic participation setting from standard Nakamoto-style consensus assumptions focusing on POS. Now, I don't know how other blockchains handle this. I might do a Google on it to take a look. Certainly, it would be interesting to see how Ethereum handles it. If you already know the answer, then feel free to leave something in the comments. Next thing to mention is that it is the Cardano 360 October update later on today, so please tune in for that. I will sadly be busy at around that time, so I'm going to catch up on the news later on today. But hopefully we'll hear an update on how the PAB is progressing. I think a lot of people are now very aware of PAB within the Cardano community. I know I wrote a Reddit post that was quite popular as well on that a month or so ago. And it'll also be interesting to hear a bit more about how the Africa tour is going. So yeah, let's see what happens. Something that should make Ethereum enthusiasts happy, Milkomeda, a Cardano sidechain being produced by DC Spark, which is essentially a Ethereum virtual machine, so it allows Ethereum programs to run on the Cardano blockchain, is now working on the Cardano testnet. And as tweeted here, it has support for Solidity smart contracts, and has been tested with a fork of Uniswap version 2. So that is really interesting news, and to see that they're saying the Solana testnet is being tackled next. So great work there from DC Sparks and Sebastian Guillemot, who used to work for IOHK, and they've now spun up their own sort of company. I say they because it was Sebastian and a few others. But you start to see the bigger picture here of Cardano's interoperability with other blockchains. Just imagine Uniswap written in Solidity running on the Cardano blockchain, and same with something that was originally built for Solana running seamlessly on the Cardano blockchain. Last thing I want to mention is new certification levels for smart contracts on Cardano. So this was announced by IOHK a few weeks back. I haven't seen too much discussion about this, but it's the idea that, of, well, an app store. So obviously Cardano will have its own app store. But when trying to take dApps to the masses, how can people tell what's trusted versus what's not? Now, maybe in the future there'll be some decentralized solution to this, similar to how we've come up with a decentralized solution to the clock that I mentioned earlier. But right now, the solution here is still somewhat in keeping with what you might see in a curated app store on Apple or Google. It's not quite as strict as that, but let me take you through these 3 levels of certification. The idea is that dApps can choose to be certified, and depending on the level of certification, it would come with a different level of assurance. Level 1 is the simplest and automated. So it's meant to be a low cost, low effort, accessible to everyone. So anybody who creates a dapp could run it through this automated tooling, which will automatically look to see if there's any common types of issues and bugs within the code. And it can be applied repeatedly and automatically. So hopefully this will be one that whoever the dapp creator is just a quick, basic way to give some sort of basic level of confidence in the code. For more popular applications, they may want to do an in-depth audit. So this does require manual human intervention to look through the code and verify it. So I imagine most of the big dapps will probably opt for this. This might become the most sort of minimum trusted certification for the more popular apps. And then level 3 is a more advanced version of this. This is where if something is written in Haskell, which is what Plutus contracts are, then you can use formal verification to essentially prove out that something does what it's expected to do. So these two are the more sort of heavy hitters, and expect the bigger dapps to go for that. And hopefully for your more low-key dapps, they will all have this automated checks. So then hopefully then that curates a dapp ecosystem within Cardano, which reduces the risk of hacks that you hear about on the Ethereum chain. And here's in fact one such hack that happened recently. Ethereum DeFi protocol, Cream Finance, hacked for more than $130 million. Today's hack is the third largest DeFi hack in history. And it's just one of the many hacks that have happened on the Ethereum blockchain. So the more we can do to make Cardano a secure, safe environment, the more adoption and traction we'll see in the mass market. Okay, that's everything from me. Let's take a very quick sneak peek at the ADA chart before we leave. We see that it's now above $2 and it's sort of hovering there. So that's good. And I guess Bitcoin must be doing something similar. Back at 61K according to TradingView, and according to CoinGecko still. Let me try refreshing this. I feel like this hasn't up. Oh, there we go. 61K, so that's good. So that's it from me. Please leave a thumbs up if you like this content, and please leave any feedback in the comments below, and I hope you all have a great day.